Hello and welcome to today's video. Here we are in the Museum of Somerset, surrounded by amazing, fantastic, superb Doctor Who original artwork. So I cannot wait to share this with you. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Well, hello, and thank you for joining me on this trip around the Museum of Somerset. So in the summer of 2024, the Museum of Somerset put on a fantastic exhibition of original Doctor Who artwork, and this is just like in the where you would go along. So there's no actual entry fee. You can go along and view the exhibition completely for free, though they like a little donation. But there was a few bits and pieces here in the reception area. There was some Jeff Cummins prints there. They were £30 each, so they're quite expensive, but they were signed. And this is what's called the Adventures in Time and Space, 60 years of Doctor Who artwork. And this is what greets you when you come in. So you've got the picture there of all the Doctors in chronological order, surrounded by a selection of the more modern comics. And don't they look colourful? Really, really striking. It was very, very impressive as you come in the door. There's a few odd earlier Marvel ones there, but they're predominantly the more recent ones from Taunton. But very, very nice. And the whole area sort of is, I don't know what the square footage is, but it's laid out chronologically. And as you can see, we start back at the first Doctor here. And, well, one of the real highlights of the whole exhibition was the original 3 Doctor Who Target book jackets there by Christos Achilleos. And it's amazing seeing these right up close. And boy, they just look fantastic. They really do. I actually thought that the collection was all one owner, but obviously not. And it's come from many, many people. And you'll recognise a lot of the names of the artists and collectors there who've contributed to this particular exhibition. And it's extensive, as you can see. And there was lots of locals coming in who were obviously not nerdy Doctor Who fans like myself and my friend Andy who went along. These were just general people coming in and recognising their particular Doctor that they remember when they were growing up. And just look at the detail. Look at the white highlights there on Hartnell's forehead there. Fantastic. Really, really great to see. And that Dalek cover, one of my all-time favourites, I think, that particular one. But to see them up close, it's just phenomenal. I would say almost iconic, those first 3 Target jackets, some of the best ever. I make a small cameo there. And I'm sure you'll recognise these book jackets as we go along. But yeah, I do believe they are pulled from many different collections. One of the surprising things was how big some of the actual original artwork was. Some of it was actually quite tiny. Not much bigger than the finished hardback and or paperback. Others, the Romans there, much, much larger. And then it was shrunk down. But really, really nice. Very well lit. You didn't struggle. In fact, if anything, it made it a bit tricky to film because of the reflections. This was amazing. Walt Howarth from the first Doctor Who annual. Look at that. How amazing is that? And there's an example of a time meddler there, a bit of a smaller one. Some of it, it's not all Target book covers. Some of it is like video jackets and audio jackets. There's Enemy of the World there. And it tells you how the artwork was done and on what sort of format. Some of it is like the Missing Adventures. Some of it's magazine covers. Brilliant. Evidently, there is more of it around, obviously, but to get such a collection in one room is really something. It's a favourite of mine, Inferno. It's just a shame, when these books were being published, because it wasn't the current Doctor, they weren't allowed to use a rendition of Pertwee on the cover of Inferno. It's a great one there for Space War. Superb seeing these up close. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, just incredible. These books that I bought back in the day in the 70s, I never thought I'd ever be looking at the artwork 50 years later. Look at that. Just incredible. Absolutely amazing, that. Yep, stunning stuff. And the Three Doctors there, once again, a lot smaller, that one, than you would think. I mean, not much bigger than the paperback cover, really. And there's the original one by Achilleos. Giant Robot reissue. Although I love the original one. The art for the original Giant Robot wasn't actually there. I'm not sure where that actually is. They were the 2 reissues as well, wasn't it? The Terror of the Autons, they're so good. Awesome. Yeah, Alan Hood. Yeah, Marvel Classic Comics, and the TARDIS Inside Out was the one above it, by Andrew Skilleter. Did an awful lot. He sort of took over the mantle, didn't he, when Chris Achilleos stopped doing it. This is amazing. The front and back covers to the 1977 oversized annual. I mean, just incredible. Absolutely amazing to see those. Really, really nice. Just incredible. Paul Crompton. A bit from the Doctor Who Discover series again. Yeah, Jeff Cummins. Very, very nice rendition of Tom Baker there. That was gorgeous. That's such a great, vivid piece, that one. Terror of the Zygons. And of course, Ark in Space. I mean, those are almost, you could say, iconic pieces of artwork. The Ark in Space especially is just incredible. A couple of bits of comic book art with us. Dave Gibbons, of course, who did the Iron Legion from Doctor Who Weekly. And I remember that artwork being sold off because I bought a page of it myself back in about 1982 from Comic Showcase in London. I think it was at the time. It's like £10 a page. It was real cheap. That's from the American one, of course. Yeah, Android Invasion artwork. That's for the Target book and also the video cover. So that's the video jacket there. That was the Target books cover. Once again, excellent artwork. Small artwork there for Creature from the Pit. Planet of Evil. That was the Vorp cover with the preliminary sketches as well. Now, there was some memorabilia there on display. That was a wall of CDs and Big Finish. You sort of get a bit of context there. Then some really nice display cabinets, really well merchandised as well, with the books. That's from the hardbacks. These were nicely done as well, I thought. Just showing some of the variations of which there were so many, of course. And they pulled out some of the better jackets to show off the better bits of artwork. Nice to see the Dalek Omnibus, a favourite of mine. And some of the early annuals, of course. And the Master re-release, a selection of Target books, not in any sort of chronological order, just sort of across the board. As you can see, there's so many lights in there to highlight the pictures. It was a little bit reflective on the glass cases, but fine if you're actually there, just a little bit tricky to film. More CDs and poster mags and a bit of memorabilia there. The Doctor Who underpants I thought was fantastic. In beautiful condition. Don't often see them in that shape very often. Selection of mags there. Poster mags, bookmarks. Little Target slipcase there. Calendars, game cards. Bit of 60s memorabilia. Dodge the Daleks. Some 90s stuff. Yeah, nice to see, a few cabinets with memorabilia in. Sugar Smacks badges. Nice little cross-section of stuff. And we've covered the 60s, 70s and 80s on this channel in very, very detailed videos. If you've not seen those, I will link to those videos at the end if you're interested in the earlier Doctor Who memorabilia. Some of the DVD Blu-ray sets, the steel boxes and that. And then some of the more vintage and modern Doctor Who on vinyl. Some of the incredible sets that they produced. And some of the the video covers, rather, in the little roundels on the TARDIS, which I think was a really nice touch. Really well merchandised. The entire museum is like that. Really great feel to it. Not too cluttered, but yeah, got everything out. And of course, it does go bang up to date, right through the ages. Right, so on to the 80s now. Here we are. Some real iconic pieces here. If you could sort of say Chris Achilleos was the Doctor Who artist of the 1970s, then Andrew Skilleter is certainly the artist of the 80s. And we do see a fair bit of his stuff here. Always like that cover to the Black Orchid. That's fantastic. Little wall of Cyberman related stuff. Fantastic. Some really, really great stuff here. The Andrew Skilleter Cyberman cover there. That's brilliant. Just superb. Big, big piece of artwork there. This was nice. Doctor Who and the Three Tombs of the Cybermen. Bit of a mock-up there, obviously. Alistair Jefford. Wheel in Space. Purportedly the rarest of the Target books, but I'm not so sure nowadays. But there it is, the original artwork. The Invasion, of course. Cybermen. Really, really nice to see these bits. This was fantastic as well. The Ace portrait from Silver Nemesis. Really, really great. In fact, that's like a little Ace wall there with Ace-related artwork for some of the new adventures and what have you. Yeah, very cool indeed. Really nice stuff. McCoy era. Yep, some of the Virgin covers. Two Doctors. You can see that it really is nice and bold and vivid. So well lit. It was fantastic. The earlier Davison stuff now. Enlightenment. It's great, isn't it? I like that cover to the Awakening there. And Frontios. Moving on to the slightly more modern era now. This is Monsters, so yet more Achilleos, which is brilliant to see. Just incredible. Really, really good. I always love the effect coming off the Ice Warrior's hands there. Let's Sea Devil Army. Terror of the Vervoids and Time Lash, oh dear. And that was the Doctor Who Illustrated A to Z, wasn't it? That Time Monster. And sort of Dalek related artwork. Some good bits and pieces here. They got the very recognisable pieces. That I love the cushion, Doctor Who and the Daleks from the Doctor Who Classic comics. That's really nice to see. More gorgeous artwork, really good. Iconic, once again, Death to the Daleks one. Brilliant bit of artwork, very, very small. Look at that, the Genesis of the Daleks artwork. How amazing is that to see? Comic strip stuff now. Yep, Lee Sullivan. And then, you know, as we would hope, there are a couple of pages from TV21, the back cover. Great to see those. Yep, nice little bit of that. And moving on to the more modern era now, the Eccleston run. And at the end of the video, I have put together like a little photo montage for us to have a look at of the stills that I took as well as the video, so you can get to see. You might want to pause on some particular bits to see exactly what's there. I will pop a link to the Museum of Somerset's website. You can see what's going on. They usually have events during the week. Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, I think they are open, but on a Friday they don't have anything going on, which is why we went on the Friday. But they do, like, you know, children's activities. If you're thinking of going along with the kids, they do colouring and dressing up. They got Doctor Who dress-up outfits there as well. We'll see it in a minute, but there's a little Dalek you can interact with. To the Capaldi era now. Very nice. Yeah, it's probably unlikely to get so many pieces of artwork in the one place at the one time to enjoy. So if you are anywhere near Somerset, Taunton's very, very easy to get to off the M5. So just, yeah, definitely try and get down if you can before the exhibition comes to a close, which is at the end of the summer. But if not, at least we've got this little visual record of it. I'm certainly really, really pleased I made the effort. Here we are. Bringing it almost up to date now. Quite a bit from the more recent comic books and comic strips. This is towards the end now, so they got that little Dalek there. You can sort of press a few buttons and get the Dalek speaking. And a little dress up and strike a pose. You can become a doctor. I didn't have a chance for that, I'm afraid. A few props there to play around with, which is brilliant. And here's the photo montage. So I just let this one play out. This is what it's like outside. And as you come along and work your way around it. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour around this fantastic exhibition of original Doctor Who artwork. Certainly well worth a visit if you've got even a passing interest in Doctor Who. There's a lot to get out of this. I'm sure you will really enjoy going along yourself. If you've enjoyed today's video, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular Doctor Who content, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.